Well, former UK Prime Minister Tony Blair gave a keynote address at today's Mining Indaba. No cameras were allowed in. Well, his presence at the Indaba has been controversial on social media. Let's take a look at some of the tweets today, starting with the good. Tony Blair says electricity is as important as the country's defence system. Solly and Ross is pointing out some of South Africa's biggest problems. Who's going to listen and act on his recommendations? Now let's look at some of the bad, if you can call it that. The people who are opposed to his presence. Azad, was Tony Blair invited to the Mining Indaba to tell the industry we need to prioritise power because ordinary people don't know that, being somewhat sarcastic there. Menzi says business is booming post-politics for Tony Blair. How much was he paid to be at the Indaba? He doesn't do anything for free. And Khadija, how is Tony Blair still regarded as someone worth listening to? Well, Blair said that the future for Africa was bright and it was a great destination to invest in the long term. He said the mining industry was crucial to Africa's growth. Now, his speech does come as the United Kingdom is reportedly actively seeking opportunities in South Africa's mining supply chain. UK Trade and Investment Minister Lord Livingstone will over the next 2 days hold a series of meetings with several South African government stakeholders. Noma Wetu is Solwandle has filed this report.
Africa, a vibrant continent. 40% of the world's natural resources are here. Now the UK wants a share. It says it wants to assist Africa realize its potential. Despite South Africa's mineral wealth, mining has been on a downward trend. The main problems facing the sector are labor strife, rising costs, and global demand. The UK says South Africa can fix these problems if it works hand in hand with other governments.
The infrastructure gap in Africa runs at around $50 billion every year. And that represents a real challenge, but also a huge opportunity. And in order to meet both these opportunities and challenges, it's really important that governments around the world, together with the global international companies, work together in harmony.
South Africa's relationship with China is growing. Most export commodities are destined for the Chinese market. But the economic slowdown in the Eurozone is a concern as demand for commodities like platinum tapers off.
The Eurozone is very important to the platinum industry because Europe consumes about 55% of vehicles are diesel vehicles in Europe. And diesel is the main market for PGMs, followed by jewelry in China and India. So it's important. We are seeing growth in India. We are seeing reasonable growth in China. Europe, as soon as it improves, it's a great proxy